that people they try to compare themselves too much to other people, and which is ridiculous anyway, because you're you. There's nobody else like you, and the other people are not you, and they're them. So it's like, people see a person in a like, let's say for example, even in a couple, they'll see one couple doing such and such, and they look at their relationship, in their own relationship in comparison to that couple, and whatever their perception is of what that couple is doing, they relate it back to their own relationship, and then they think that there's something wrong with their relationship because whatever they perceive is better about that couple in comparison to them. And they're like, oh, well, they do this, and they have this, and we don't have that, and you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, it's like you're not focusing on you and what's going to make you happy, and stop comparing yourself to everyone else, because in reality, even when whatever your perception is of somebody else might not necessarily be the reality. And even if it is the reality, that shouldn't matter, because you should be doing your own thing. You should be finding out what's going to make you happy, what's going to make your relationship work, and not necessarily focusing on what other people are doing, because what other people are doing might not necessarily be for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, somebody in one might be in one couple and they do A, B, and C, and D, and you're not into those activities, but those activities make them happy, and which is why they're happy. You understand? But you can't look at them for your happiness. You can't be like, let me copy or let me try to be like them so I can be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work that way. And it's like a lot of people do that, and even with yourself, like I made this video the other day talking about, do looks matter with attracting women, and it was with this one dude he made a comment. He was like how he said he's Asian, and he said that he wished that he was black or white because he feels like he would, women would like him more. You know what I'm saying? So he's like comparing himself to black and white dudes, you know what I mean? And thinking that, oh, since these guys are black or they white, they have an easier time than me because I'm Asian. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, no, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what it is, man. That's not what it is. And it's like, why don't compare yourself to other people? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find out what the hell is good about you. You know what I mean? Like, understand what's your strengths, what's great about you, what makes you the shit. Because what's funny, like, it's where everybody is the shit in their own way. You just have to figure out what makes you the shit. You understand? What makes you interesting. I always say that, like, but for some reason people feel like everybody else except for them has something going on for themselves. It's like they look at everybody else as if they have, they look at someone as an idol, or they, oh, I can never do what they do, or, I'm not as good as them, or I can never have what they have because I'm not as sexy, or I'm not as smart, or I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, all this shit. And it's like they compare themselves to everybody else, and then they're sitting there, being insecure, and the insecurity is brought on by their own creation. You know, like, they created that insecurity within themselves, all by themselves. Like, nobody else did that but them.